The coming field of awakening is for you to be awakening to the sacred love. It would be a very unique journey into costless love consciousness and awakening through 3 timeless experiences of the sacred. Costless love literally is an experience of love that simply arises from within you. It flowers towards everyone, a stranger, a family member, a homeless person, a mountain, a tree, an animal. It just flowers. It doesn't distinguish as this is mine and this is not mine. The sacred love is costless. Love can arise anywhere, on the street, in the mountains, in the hills, by the ocean, in a conversation, in a prayer, or in a dance. This costless love simply flowers unprovoked. It arises without any effort. Through this portal of costless love, you enter God consciousness. You will see the universal intelligence as an all-encompassing field of consciousness. You will see that all that exists is sacred. You will see the universal intelligence as your personal divine. These 3 dimensions open to you when there is activation of the heart sensory neurons and a corresponding activation in certain regions of the brain. These are massive dimensions of consciousness that would get awakened in you during the field of awakening.
Are you ready to get your shit together? Isn't that what we are all truly trying to do? In this fun, life-hack-full show, we will learn together how to navigate this roller coaster called life. We, as glorious messy humans, can sit in the proverbial third car, grumpy and bored, or in the front of the roller coaster having the time of our lives. What do you choose? In this show, you can expect meaningful content and practical takeaway tools to make life easier and exceptionally more joyful. There will be epic guests who already love their lives, allowing them to share their get your shit together tips and words of wisdom. Life is too long and too short to not love your life. Welcome to Get Your Shit Together Live with Amy Joy. Hello, and welcome to Get Your Shit Together Live with Amy Joy, and I'm your host, Amy Joy. Happy Thursday, and congratulations on your abundance. I want you to take notice right now how abundant you truly are. You have a roof over your head. You have some kind of TV or phone in front of you right now. You've got maybe food in your belly. Maybe the air conditioning's on, right? We're so abundant. We have a heart that's beating 100,000 times a day and we didn't even have to ask it to. Our lungs are breathing in and out without us having to pay attention to that. Imagine if we had to pay attention to that. No, we get to notice the flowers and we get to notice the sunshine and we get to notice the beautiful loved ones around us. So congratulations on your abundance. Well, today is another magic day. We have the amazing Shona Shakti on the show today. She is one of my favorite humans. She has a huge, massive heart. We are collaborating on some really exciting things, and we're going to announce that together today. We're calling all women today. Yes, we love you, men. We love you. We love you. And today is specific and special for women. And we are going to talk today on how to live our most empowered life as a woman. As a woman, how to live our most empowered life. So we're going to dive deep into that. Stay tuned to the end for mantra magic and meditation moment. And then, of course, at the very end, we have the nugget, our beautiful, beautiful nugget to learn from and to cherish and to add to our list of nuggets on how to navigate this world just a little bit easier. It's always a life hack full show. So thank you. Thank you for spending your very precious time with us today. I love you so very much. All right. It's now time to get our, change your state, elevate. Sorry. All right, I was so excited to introduce Shona, but first we're going to do our 2 minutes to change our state. We're going to change our state from wherever we are to just a little more joy or a lot more joy. And this is what changes our experience of life, understanding our state and where we're at in this moment. So right now, I want you to take a breath in. And just take notice from 0 to 10. How are you feeling? 10 being amazing and 0 being really, really not great. Around here, we would say shitty. So just notice. Don't make it right or wrong, good or bad. Just notice. And when I take notice, I tend to close my eyes and just feel into it. All right? So give yourself a number. And now we're going to do a little trick that I learned from Donna Eden. She is a master guru on energy medicine, the medicine of energy. And sometimes we get homolateral, where our energy keeps going up and down instead of across. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our right hand, put it on our shoulder, and we're going to pull down. We're going to knead that little knot there that tends to get stressed out. And you're going to pull across your center down to your hip on the other side. So whatever hand you start with. And then again, we're going to cross over to the other hip, and then we can speed up. And what this is going to do is this is going to get our energy going across our body, which massively changes how we feel. Well, sometimes it feels massive, and sometimes it's just a little subtle difference. But it does make a difference. Meanwhile, we're breathing. Just keep crossing over like that. And then we're going to breathe in. We're going to put our hands like this. We're going to put our thumbs right here between our eyebrows. And we're going to breathe in. And exhale. And make your exhale longer than your inhale. Keep your hand there and breathe in again. And then exhale. And breathe in. And exhale. Beautiful. And now take inventory. Close your eyes again and just see. Do you feel a little more joy, a little better? Or how are you feeling? And how easy is that? Just to take 2 minutes to get our energy going, crossing over, and to do some breathing. So, yay, that's how fast it is to change your state. All right, it's now time to get our shit together. All right. I'm so excited to introduce you to Shona. She is so much fun. Oh my goodness. Okay. Shona Shakti, MSc, is a trained therapist with a master's in psychology and has certifications in multiple healing modalities with a specialty in health, relationships, sexuality, and power. Shona's passion is helping women embody their power and have the most fulfilling relationships, whether that be at work, in their business, or at home. Put your hands together for the amazing, the incredible Shona Shakti. Hello, hello.
Hi, Amy. Thank you for having me on your incredible show. I'm so honored to be here. It's such a pleasure to be here.
You're just such a light in the world, and well, look at you, have the world behind you there. And I know we have similar missions in just making an impact and raising the frequency of this planet through our own frequency and through helping others find their freedom. But before we get into our time, I'd like you to just connect with the audience for just a minute and let them a little bit more, let them know a little bit more about you. I'm a little tongue-tied this morning. All right, here we
I
go.
love it when you're tongue-tied. Well, hello, and welcome to this amazing show with Amy and myself, Shona Shakti. I am so grateful to connect with you today. And today I'm going to be sharing my heart with you and connecting with you, especially the women, around how you can live a more satisfying, more pleasure-filled life. And really, I really believe that every woman on the planet right now, so that's you are here for a reason. You are here for a reason, and you are here, believe it or not, you are here to break taboos. You are here to innovate. You are here to create the life that you want to live. I would like to let you know and remind you that you get to live the life that you want to live. You get to have it all. You get to have everything that you want. And actually, we need you to be your most authentic self. We need you to live your biggest, best life, because you are the answer to someone else's problem. You are the solution to somebody else's concern, their problem, their worries, the things that keep them up at night. So I want you to know how valuable and important you are, how priceless you are, and that I need you. We all need each other to be living our best, most fulfilling life. And the reason that Amy and I are doing the show, the reason we are talking, is so that you know that you are not alone. And so I'm so excited to be having this conversation.
Yay. So why women? Why are you so passionate? Because I know your passion. And I know your passion specifically for women. Not that we don't love the guys.
I love men.
Exactly. But why women?
Good question. So the reason is, number one, I am a woman, was born as a woman, cisgendered woman. And the number one reason I would say is, I'm sure you've heard this, the concept of the wounded healer, Amy, where, and this has been true for me, a lot of time, the things that have driven me to find solutions in my own life is because of my own pain, my own struggles. Of course, yes, I've been moving forward to try and reach goals and, things that are pleasurable. But a lot of the time I have just been I was in struggle a lot in my life. And now I feel it's my absolute calling and duty and privilege to share what I've discovered and learned and what I've overcome and the tools I've used to help other women, so that if I can somehow shortcut someone else's pain so that they can find a solution quicker and easier, I'm all for it.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's the gift, right? The struggles are the gifts, because that's how we learn on this earth school. This is earth school.
And to your point, to your question, why, of course, men also experience struggles, and we honor that. But there are very unique, specific challenges that women experience. People who are raised and conditioned to be women that are unique. Of course, men have their own experience. I could never speak to that because I'm not a man, and I will never know what it is to be a man, and I honor that and deeply respect that. However, I can speak to my experience as a woman, and not only have I experienced this challenge in my personal individual life, but there are themes and a lot of common denominators and patterns of behavior, patterns of energy. You mentioned Donna Eden, where women experience similar things, regardless of their color, their race, their gender, their ethnicity, as in the gender spectrum and which country they live in. Women experience similar issues, and that's what I'm here to help women see, that it's not you. It's not you. It's not it's not you specifically. It's a social, cultural thing.
Yeah.
Sense.
And in your studies and in your speaking with all the women that you do, what are you finding that women right now need? Where are the needs right now?
Such a good question. Thank you for asking. I had the privilege of just tapping into my network and connecting with incredible women very recently to ask them that very question. And whilst each person had their individual needs, the theme that came out was more and more women are wanting and needing connection. connection specifically with other women. And I'll tell you why. Like, some women said things to me like, Shona, sometimes I'm struggling with something, or I go through a challenge, and then I forget I have this white flag that I can raise. I forget that I have all these amazing people I can ask help. I forget, and I feel alone, and I go into like this cave, and I'm struggling by myself, and then I forget to remember that, wow, I can actually reach out and have a conversation. And so the main theme was women wanting to build stronger, more powerful connection and friendships with other women, so that they feel like they belong, that they're not alone, and that, that they can figure it out. Because so often, as you've seen, leading retreats and doing empowerment work and change work with people, is that there's something really special and magic that happens when people come together.
Yeah.
And they're in community.
And I'd love to speak to that more, because I know you women out there listening, there is something called trauma bonding that I think specifically as women do. And it's become a cultural thing where we get together and we complain basically about our men, our lives, and we're like, oh, me too. And it's this trauma bonding. And I think as we're raising our frequency, we're getting tired of this. We don't really, our souls aren't wanting this anymore. We want, now what I've been creating with girlfriends is this phrase, joy bonding. Joy bonding. It's different. It's not that we can't share our lives, but it's more from a solution-based sharing. Like, what do you think? What how could I handle this better or differently, versus I just want someone to get on the bandwagon with me and suffer along with me.
Yeah.
What would you say to that?
Yes, you have, I want to say, hit the nail on the head and really identified something very deep and profound. And that's almost the society structures that we find ourselves. There is a lot of structure in society for people to connect over how much they struggle. And that's sort of inbuilt into our society and the structure, and as you said, how we bond. And I want to say, like, as someone who's trained as a person-centered counselor or therapist, I have so much, like, such deep compassion for anyone who is has this, and specifically for women, because the principle that I learned when I was doing my training is that, and then I take this into all my relationships and my client work, is that if people knew better, then they would do better.
Yes.
And
sorry. Why I do everything that I
do. And so you're right. And I love specifically that you mentioned the specific element of complaint. And so when I work with women and my clients, we do handle this. We deal with this very specifically. So what's important to realize for when you catch yourself complaining is that, yes, it's a way to bond, and we can do conscious bonding. And I love that you can flip that on your head, and you brought that and you created this thing called joy bonding. What women need to realize, and if men complain too, what the key there to remember when you catch yourself complaining is, okay, the seed of a complaint is actually a desire. So when I'm complaining about something, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get a need met. I want something different. I'm trying to create a change, but maybe the way I'm communicating that is not being effective. It's not solution oriented, and it's not getting me what I'm looking for. Tony Robbins has said, if you always do what you always did, you're always going to get the same result. And it's the same idea. When we realize, when we're feeling frustrated and we keep almost like running into a brick wall and feeling frustrated and getting not the result we want, that's a good opportunity for us to stop, pause, take a breath, have some awareness, as your fantastic diamond methodology recommends, step 1, and go, okay, is my behavior getting me the result that I want? And if not, is there a way I can change this? And this is so important because, again, so much compassion. There's never any judgment or shame. But, very often we are raised with a certain model for how to do relationships. We're raised with a model for how to interact with conflict, how to deal with conflict. And very often we don't get like a manual. We don't get like, even with, whether our parents, very often our parents are doing the absolute best that they can with what they have. And it is, as adults, it's up to us to re-educate ourselves and give us the skills that we may not have received. Yes. Things like how to clearly communicate, how to ask for what we want, how to resolve conflict. So this thing that you mentioned about trauma bonding and complaint is key and pivotal. And it leads to very deep work, very deep.
Yeah, thank you. And those on Facebook, put a yes or a 1 in the chat if you're tired and are wanting and willing to do things a little differently than the complaining, trauma bonding that we've been raised. Again, it's not our fault. It's been what we've been raised to do. It's what we've seen modeled. It's what has worked. Not really, but we think it does because we get a payoff, right? When we act in that way. But to be able to do it different. And that's why Shona and I, because of our individual passions, have decided to collaborate and put together a women's only empowerment retreat. Woo! Tell them the dates and why we're doing this, Shona.
Oh, I'm so excited. Thank you. Yes. So it's the 18th till the 23rd of November, 2024. And it's going to be at the incredible space of Upaya Retreat Center in Cabo, Mexico. And we really warmly invite all women. If you feel called to be here, this is the place to be. The reason we're doing this is so that we can meet needs and solve problems, which is we want to bring more women together so that we can connect with each other. We can feel that sense of belonging. We can heal each other, nurture each other. It's a safe, non-judgmental space where you're going to learn powerful, life-changing, transformative tools and techniques for you to live this better life so that you don't have to continue cycles and patterns of struggle and pain. I love, Amy, very often you and I will have a conversation and you'll raise the question and say, are you ready to let that go? Are you ready to be free of that? And I'm always like, yes. And so this is an opportunity for women to take time out from their busy day to prioritize themselves, take time for themselves, invest in themselves, connect, and dream up a better version of their lives. Reconnect with their authentic self and get back on track with what it is they truly want and desire and create for their life. I mean, it's a perfect time. It's the end of the year, right before the holiday season, and we get to connect with that energy of newness. 2025 is around the corner. What would you like to create? You get an opportunity. This is one opportunity to take some time out and create something magical for yourself.
Yay! We are going to rewrite old programming and we're going to get it into the body. Yeah. Okay, so what does that mean, right? Because we are raised to believe that everything is up here. It is not. Because what happens if we do enough up here in the mind, and Dr. Joe Dispenza says we have like 300,000 thoughts a day and 95% of them are the same as yesterday. Take that in. Which are the same as the day before, which are the same as the day before. Eesh. And so then the body becomes the mind. So a great example of this is when we tie our shoes, when we first learn, we're like, make the bunny ear. Then we wrap the bunny ear, right? And we have to go through all this. Now we've done it enough. We can chew gum, have a conversation, and tie our shoes without thinking. Why? Because it's in the body. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? 100%. And so we've got some programming that isn't serving us, that's causing us suffering, that we're going to rewrite. Mentally, we're going to rewrite them, but then we're also going to get it into the body so that you can't walk away the same person. Now, why do you want to do this? In my humble opinion, here's why. You are the matriarch of your family. Life flows through you. Your kids, your grandkids, your husbands, your partners, the people you work with. It matters. Who you are and who you be in the world matters. And the example, the tools that you're going to come home with, that you're going to be able to teach the people that you love around you, the difference that they're going to see in you the joy, the level of joy that you're going to carry with you, the ripple effect of this for you and your life is so massive that you can hardly even conceptualize it. But Shona and I have seen it over and over and over again. And this is why we love doing retreats, because of the level of impact that it makes on a human being.
I couldn't have said it better myself. That's what I'm here for, generational impact, and it just makes such a, to know that you walk away. I heard a statistic that said the average person influences 15 people. The average person. So even if someone might think, oh, who do I influence? Well, how big is my network? The average person will influence 15 people in your life.
True, I like that. Thank you for
every
that.
day. 15 people, yeah.
And the people watching this aren't average, because you guys are already on the path of learning and growing. You're spending time watching something that's going to help you learn and grow, not to diss on any other thing, but this is a specific show for growth.
Yeah.
Right. And if you're watching this, it's because you're a human that isn't wanting to settle and stay stuck. You want to continue to grow. And that is amazing. I just want to honor you for even being here. If you feel aligned at all with anything that we're saying and you're interested, please shout out. All roads lead to Shona. Shona is going to be doing the introductory calls just to make sure that it's a good fit for you and that it feels great and that it's the right time and all of those things. There's a QR code at the top right-hand corner of your screen. Just put your phone on that and you can connect with us there. But we're going to show a brief video right now of just a little taste of what this is going to be like.
This is phenomenal. One spirit, one voice. Sound one makes a choice. This is the sound of one voice. This is the sound of one voice. This is the sound of voices too. The sound of me singing with you, helping each other to make it through. This is the sound of voices too. This is the sound of voices too. This is the sound of voices three, singing together in harmony.
I love that video so much.
It's a magical place, Upaya, in and of itself. Let alone two beautiful souls as Shona and I am, and our intention, the amount of love that's going into it, and you all who are being magnetized to this. It's magic. It's magic in the making, and it's just so much fun. What can they expect, Shona? Because you've spent a week.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I could talk forever on this, but let me quickly run through a couple of things that these incredible women can expect. So besides the beautiful, peaceful surroundings and magical Upaya Retreat Center, you're going to have the most beautiful deep sleep. Just the quality of the food, the environment itself, if that's important to you, your five senses is super peaceful. I had such a good sleep when I was there. The food is incredible. You get gourmet, daily prepared, freshly made meals for you. We're catering to all dietary preferences. So if you have an allergy, we are there to support you so that you have the best time. Not only that, but you're going to have life-changing workshops in this beautiful environment. You're going to have healing experiences. It's guaranteed, practically guaranteed. You will walk away a different person. Your mind is going to be fed. You're going to have beautiful, new, inspiring mindsets and frameworks that are timeless and classic and profound and will work in any situation, in any relationship, no matter if you're trying to change a situation in your work, your career, your business, your love, your relationships, or your health. You're going to walk away feeling completely emotionally nourished and supported and filled. You're going to walk away with your body rejuvenated and healthier and more radiant and more energized, because we have yoga available every day. We have daily practices. The water on the retreat center is filtered, clean water. So there are so many ways that you are going to be so nourished and energized and revitalized. I really want every woman to walk away saying that was the best thing I've done this year.
And so it is.
Yeah.
And so it is. I want to share a couple stories because the level of transformation that happens is well, it's even shocking to me. When I started last year, I was like, yeah, it's going to be amazing, but I had no idea, honestly, how transformational it is. So one of the participants, she came in, 64 years old, felt like she had a fairly good toolbox for life already. And she was coming mostly, this was a co-ed retreat, and mostly for her husband. And but she was willing. And then she goes, but I didn't know there was this whole other magical toolbox available to me. And so that's, I think, one of the best said things ever, because that's exactly what happens. So another participant went home from one of our retreats, and it was a couple months after she was at the retreat, and she lost her job, and her family was all visiting at the time. She got the phone call. They told her that she was laid off, and she went back to the family as if nothing happened. Then they started asking about what they were thankful for around the table. And she's like, well, I just lost my job 20 minutes ago, but I'm grateful for what must be coming next. And the whole family went, what? You lost your job? Trauma, 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 right? And they're like, why are you okay? And she goes, I'm okay because I learned these tools. And then she went and taught everyone in the family the tools. And so later, when they were headed home, their flights were delayed, and they were reporting back, we're doing it. We're using our tools. We're not losing our joy over this situation. I mean, that's what this is about. This is about your life never being the same again.
Oh my gosh, I love that so much. And it reminds me of all the other incredible stories I've heard. You know, my life has changed going on the retreat and being on the retreat with you, and all the other people's lives that I've heard as well changed. And, you know, it really makes a difference. If you think about the fact that life, you know, we have this one beautiful life that we're living right now. And what makes the quality of your life is that moment to moment, that how you in pain, are you in suffering, or are you feeling energized and hopeful, you know, and the quality of those moments really impact your overall quality. We might not be able to control 10 years from now, 1 minute from here, or anybody else's actions and behavior, but we can control here what's inside, you know, how we thinking, how we feeling. And to a large extent, that really determines the quality of our life.
Amazing. So if this is something, if you know in your heart this is calling to you, please reach out. Go to the QR code. It's upayaretreatcenter.com/empowerment empowerment retreat. And you can find us there. We would love to have you. It's going to be a very, very, very special time.
I can't wait to have a conversation with you and find out more about you, get to know you, and find out what you're looking to achieve and what you'd like to experience at the retreat.
And this is the first time we're announcing it. So Get Your Shit Together is the first. You all, my people here, are the first. We have 14 spots, guys, ladies, 14 spots. And so if you'd like one of those beautiful spots, please reach out before the 10th. There's preferential financing. There's payment plans. Where there's a will, there's a way. Just if you're feeling called at all, it's worth just seeking and asking some questions, and you'll know when you know. So amazing, amazing, amazing. Now, Shona, you have a special gift for the audience today. Tell me.
Yes. So if the audience would like to connect with me on Instagram, so you can either go to Instagram, take a photo of something that is bringing you joy today, and tag me. I will send you a PDF of all my best resources that have changed my life and helped me to live a happy, fulfilled life where I'm really in so much joy every day. And for the first 30 people, I'm going to give away a complimentary conversation where we connect, and I'm going to listen to you and refer you to any more resources if you need. So that's just because I want to get to know people and connect with more people as well. So if that's your jam and you like to have conversations, it's what I love to do every day. Please go ahead and connect with me on Instagram. And if you prefer Facebook, feel free to send me a message on Facebook and we can connect there.
Yay! Amazing. Thank you for that. That was very, very, very generous. So we're talking about women's empowerment, how to live our most empowered life. And of course, we're going to go into it super deep and super thorough in the retreat. But for today, what would be, well, what do you feel led to share today about that?
This is really important because I think it's what you said. We talk about freedom. The show is about freedom, creating freedom for people. And the truth is you can create freedom for yourself right here, right now. And one of the best ways that I know how to do that for people to do that, especially women, is number one, is to take full responsibility for yourself. So right now, right here today, if you're feeling like off, maybe the energy is not so great, maybe like, it could be, there's so many reasons for us to feel the way we feel. And so even though I'm a trained therapist and I believe that we could all have a better relationship with our feelings, I also know that feelings are not facts. And I remind myself of this too. If I'm feeling off or something's not feeling right or don't feel like doing something, of course I'm a spiritual person and I follow my intuition, but feelings are not facts. And you can't always be guided by that if you're committed to something, to creating something great in your life. Yeah. So the best thing that I can recommend, if you're feeling a bit off or funky or you're just not feeling your best self, is the best thing I can recommend is two things. Number one is parent yourself. And what do I mean by that is, imagine you are talking to a 2-year-old you absolutely adore. And if you can't think of a 2-year-old you absolutely adore, think of your best friend or the person in your life that expands your heart and just makes you light up and make you feel so loved and seen in this world. And then take that feeling and give that to yourself. And say to yourself, okay, my darling, all right, I'm feeling a bit like funny. What is it? What do I need? What do you need right now? It's like an internal conversation. And this is so powerful because, number one, you're getting to meet your need right now. You're soothing your nervous system. You're reducing anxiety and stress and fear. But the second thing is you're rebuilding those neural networks and those pathways in your brain, because very often one of the biggest problems people have, especially women, is that they are so critical of themselves. They are so critical of themselves. And if I had a magic wand that I could wave, Amy, I would wave that wand and make it so that not a single person would ever self-attack again.
Oof. Wouldn't that be nice?
So when you're having this better conversation with yourself, you're building that relationship with yourself. If you can be your best cheerleader, like that's the best place to start from. Because if you're like pointing that finger at yourself and you're attacking yourself and you're criticizing yourself, you know, what happens to your energy? Everything contracts and it goes down, and there isn't really space for, let's think of creative solutions. Okay, what's possible here? And we all human beings thrive and live on hope. We need hope. We need the idea that to think and believe that there's hope for change, that's possible for me to change, that it's possible in itself, but possible for me. And when we're criticizing ourselves and attacking ourselves, we diminish that. So the best way and chance you can give yourself a success is to be kind to yourself. That might sound flippant and simple, but it's profound. So number one, start talking to yourself with so much love and kindness and compassion, and rebuild that relationship with yourself. Fire that super critical voice and say, okay, I'll listen to you when it's time, but primarily you want to have this beautiful, soothing relationship. Number two, another way to do that, in addition to talking to yourself with so much love and warmth and kindness, is to go straight to the body, like you said, Amy Joy, and soothe your nervous system with a nervous system regulation tool. And that might be something as simple as breathing in through your nose for 4 counts and out through your mouth for 8 counts. And when we do this breathing, which comes from the Heart Math Institute in California, it's been scientifically shown to activate your parasympathetic nervous system. And why do you want that? Is because when your system is in that rest and digest and heal phase and state, I know you love state change, then you have more access to your brilliant mind.
Yes.
And you can think clearly and think like an adult, as opposed to saying things, doing things that you later regret and you can't take back.
What is the count? What's the breathing count?
So you inhale through your nose for 4 and exhale through your mouth for 8 counts. And adults, if you do this and you really like breathe out and squeeze out all the air out of your abdomen, you'll realize when you're stressed, you're breathing from your shoulders. So your body's not being oxygenated properly. Your brain's not getting all the oxygen it needs, and you're not thinking clearly. So babies know how to breathe. Babies know. When you watch a baby sleeping, it's the most beautiful thing. Babies are breathing and inhaling from their abdomen and their whole body, and they're in a state of perfect peace. And as simple as changing your breath, that's one tool. The second tool for nervous system regulation and healing is do something that's going to stimulate both sides of your brain. I'm so glad you mentioned Donna Eden. I love her. She's one of my mentors too. So that could be going through a walk. That could be havening, just like bilateral stimulation, like do the butterfly tap. That's right. Butterfly tapping, here you go. You're stimulating both sides of your body and your brain. Your bilateral, and what that does, it brings both sides and hemispheres of your brain into sync and into balance. Again, giving you more access to all your resources.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. So many little, again, it's not massive things that we have to do to have a completely different experience. It's little things. Mm-hmm. And now we're not headed in the same direction at all. Mm. And how we feel about our life is significantly transformed. Absolutely. Transformed. And the way you've transformed is you occur to yourself differently.
I love that. Gosh, that's so profound right there. Even if two people just take a minute to visualize the situation, themselves in a situation, and seeing it, visualize it going differently. Just take a moment before you go into that meeting, before you answer that phone call, before you make that phone call, before you make that decision. Take a moment to breathe and connect with your heart, your higher self, and visualize it going well. Visualize. So often we're like, panic and we're like fear projecting the future that we don't want to have.
Yep.
Whereas if we can take a minute and imagine it going well, imagine them seeing the best of you, imagine it going well, even better than expected. And then from that place, take the action, make the phone call, do the meeting.
Absolutely.
Yay.
The Women's Empowerment Retreat, November 18th to the 23rd. Ladies, calling all ladies who want to transform and learn tools and walk away inspired and empowered and have excessively more joy then please, please, please reach out. Their QR code is in the top right-hand corner, upayaretreatcenter.com/empowerment retreat. Would love, love, love to have you. Shona, I can't believe we're out of time already. It goes so fast. But I'm going to have you on at the end for your nugget, your gold nugget of wisdom. And thank you so much for being here.
Pleasure. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Love her so much. All right, it's time for Mantra Magic. All right, this is the part of the show where we just take a couple minutes to install a new program. Often we say things that are hurting us, our thoughts, the critical. As Shona just mentioned, we should fire that critical voice in our head. Alison Armstrong mentions it. It's the perfect woman. Perfect woman would be doing this right now, and you're clearly not it, right? No. We're going to change that, and we're going to put a new program in. And so here is your mantra for this week. Welcome to Mantra Magic. I'm here with Maria Ishta-Lee, and here is your mantra for the week. Make today glorious. You know what time it is. It's meditation moment. Go grab the kids, the grandkids, everyone in the house. Sit down. 5 minutes. We're going to get present. All right. So I have the amazing music from Gary Malkin. He's multi-Emmy winner for music composition. Man, I'm having trouble with my words today. Good thing y'all know I'm glorious and messy, just like you, right? So we're going to listen to that. He's allowing us to have that. And I want you to have a seat just wherever you want to be and however you want to sit. And we're going to take 5 minutes to get present. This is called the Serene Mind Practice. I learned it from my beautiful teachers in India. I spent 6 weeks there in the last year and a half. And this 5 minutes can change your whole day. So we're taking a deep breath in. We're going to practice Shona's breathing right now. We're going to breathe in for 4. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful. Now I want you to notice, how are you feeling right now? Are you feeling fear or anger or joy, calm? Don't make it right or wrong, good or bad. Just notice. And breathe. Notice your breath entering and leaving your nostrils. And now I want you to notice, what kind of thoughts are you having? Are they thoughts of the future? Are they more thoughts of the past? Or are you right here, right now with me? Again, don't make it right or wrong, good or bad. Just Just notice and breathe. Now I want you to imagine a flame is flickering right in front of your eyes. And just notice the reds, the golds, the yellows, the whites. Just notice. And now I want you to slowly allow that flame to slide right into the middle of your head. And watch it flicker there. And breathe. And with your hands on your heart, thinking about one beautiful thing that you are so grateful for. It brings a smile to your face. And as you do that, I'm going to send an energetic activation. This is called a Diksha. Know that it is sent with so much love, and all you have to do is set the intention to receive. And breathe. The deep breath in. And exhale. Come back into the room. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Blink your eyes a little. Come back slowly to this beautiful moment. Right here, right now. Breathe again. 5 minutes. 5 minutes to bliss. That's what presence is. Presence is bliss. Do you know how? Do you know why? Because when we're present, when we're right here, right now, we're not in our messed up past or our projected messed up future. We're just here. And right here is amazing. So I'm super excited to have Shona back on. We're going to hear her wisdom. Here she is, here she is, here she is. How's that for you?
Beautiful. I just was able to drop in and feel even more deeply present and more grounded. It's as you say, I mean, it's blissful.
I love it. And you can do this throughout the day. You can go to YouTube and go to Serene Mind Practice. I would love for you to do that. You can do it a few times a day. And then once you do that, you won't need to, you can just do it on your own, just like I can, right? It just takes practice, just doing it. So what is your nugget, Miss Shona? If you were on a mountaintop and you had all of the people of this beautiful planet, 8.5 billion, whatever it is now, and they were all at the foot of the mountain, and they could hear you, and they were paying attention, and you had one thing to share with them, what would that be?
That would be a question, because questions are my superpower, and this is, how can I make this moment even more pleasurable?
I had this vision of the whole crowd breathing in and asking that question. So right, you at home, breathe in and ask yourself this question. Whenever you're trying to figure something out, breathe, okay? And wiggle your butt. And all of a sudden you're going to know, because our first reaction sometimes is, I don't know, right? No. You know. you just need a little bit more time. So breathe in and let's ask ourselves, what would make this moment even more pleasurable? Is that the words?
Yep. And the reason is because pleasure biochemically is the opposite to trauma. And you said how people trauma bond. So the opposite is, how can we be more in a state of play and pleasure?
Yes, 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 yes. How could we make this moment even more pleasurable?
Well, I know at the retreat we're going to have dancing and music and all kinds of pleasurable practices.
So much fun. I mean, we get her done. We work on ourselves, and we have so much fun doing it. It will be, this I know, the most fun you've ever had transforming.
Yeah,
No?
that's the way to do it. It has to be pleasurable. Otherwise, it just feels boring and like a slog. And we don't do boring and slog. We do pleasure and fun.
No, you don't. So go to upayaretreatcenter.com/empowerment retreat. You'll find us there. Please hit the apply button and it'll route you to a page to set up a time with Shona. It'll be fast and easy, and you'll know whether this is for you or not. We are out of time. Thank you. Thank you for spending your very precious time with Shona and I today. Remember that together we vibrate higher. And that, my friends, changes the world. We'll see you next week. Besos. Mwah.
Bye.
Thank you for watching Get Your Shit Together live with Amy Joy. If you'd like to follow us, you can on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Amy Joy Coaching. Appreciate so much your likes, comments, and shares. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, please reach out. We'll see you next time.